Queen Camilla sends personal letter to author who called Meghan Markle unmaternal. In response to an author who referred to Meghan Markle as unmaternal, Queen Camilla has written a personal letter to the author. The Queen has expressed her admiration for the best-selling American author who issued a public apology in 2020 for referring to the Duchess of Sussex as phony and unmaternal. Following the introduction of the two individuals at a literary event earlier in the year, Griffin was given a letter of personal correspondence from the Prince. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. A personal letter from the Queen was sent to Giffin in July, and she disclosed this information to her followers on social media. Something Borrowed was a novel that was published in 2005 and became a bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list. An image of the note was uploaded to the author's official Instagram account on August 28. In the image, Camilla expressed her gratitude to Giffin for sending her a copy of her new work. She also stated that she would much look forward to reading in the peace and quiet of Scotland. "It was a great joy to meet you," the Queen said to the author during her second annual Queen's Reading Room literary event, which took place at Hampton Court Palace earlier in the summer. She also expressed her hope that our paths will cross again in the near future. At the time that Camilla started drafting the letter, it is unknown whether or not she was aware of the previous statements that Giffin had made about Meghan, who is her stepdaughter-in-law. A request for comment has been made to Buckingham Palace as well as representatives for Meghan Markle and Giffin by GB News representatives. During the year 2020, Giffin was subjected to criticism after she published a series of negative postings on her Instagram account directed at Meghan. These remarks were made in response to Meghan's decision to celebrate the first birthday of her son, Prince Archie, by sharing a video of herself reading him a story. The film was created as part of the Save with Stories program, which was a partnership between Save the Children and No Kid Hungry that was established during the COVID pandemic to support children's educational and physical needs during the time when schools were closed across the country. In response to the footage, Giffin posted a text exchange to her Instagram stories in which she referred to Meghan as unmaternal and such a phony. In a separate post, she referred to the video of Archie as the Meghan show and questioned the reason why the Duchess had not allowed Harry to read in front of the camera. Following the posts, there was a fast outcry from followers of the royal couple, who had resigned from their position as monarchs just a few short months before and moved to the United States. A prompt apology was offered by Giffin on Instagram, where she posted an old photo of herself posing with cardboard cutouts of Harry and Meghan. She stated that she frequently publishes in an unfiltered style, and that she is extremely interested in the British monarchy. This was stated in the caption attached to the photo. The fact that a woman of mixed race from the United States was going to marry into the royal family was something that she expressed in her writing. It appeared to be a lovely and cheerful phenomenon for everyone. I commemorated their wedding by throwing a party at my house and publishing a large number of photographs on my social media accounts. In addition, I was abhorred by any indications of prejudice directed toward her. My sentiments about both Harry and Meghan have shifted over the course of the past few months. On the other hand, I can declare without a doubt that my criticism of Meghan has never been based on her race. I can say this from the depths of my heart. In addition, I was able to comprehend the reasons for her desire to depart from the monarchy and forge her own way. On the other hand, I have some issues with the manner in which both she and Harry handled the situation, and those feelings have been shown in subsequent posts, including the ones that were made today. The possibility exists that some of my posts may have been seen as having racial connotations and may have given the impression of being malicious. Even if it was not my intention, I am aware that the two concepts of intent and impact are completely distinct from one another. And you accept my sincere apologies for the adverse effect that the criticism or apology that Giffin had made was not met with a public response from Meghan at that time. In order to commemorate the 70th anniversary of Book Aid International, Her Majesty the Queen will be there alongside other visitors. The charitable organization, which operates in more than 25 countries throughout the world, establishes libraries and distributes books to families and communities that are vulnerable and disadvantaged. It is common knowledge that the Queen has, for a considerable amount of time, advocated for a love of reading and has emphasized the significance of a good library for young children while they are growing up. During the reception, the Queen is scheduled to meet friends and supporters of Book Aid International. She will also get the opportunity to learn about the work that the charity is doing within the community with partners, publishers, writers, and supporters. There have been previous instances in which the Queen has emphasized the significance of encouraging young people to engage in reading. Moorland Primary School, located in Islington, London, was the recipient of the Queen's opening of a brand new school library earlier this year. She said to the children, "You are incredibly fortunate to have such a lovely library, and I hope you are going to enjoy reading all of the books, because the more books you read, the more you are going to learn. The more you put into your education, the more success you will have in life, the saying goes." I believe that having a library such as this one makes a significant impact to each and every one of you here, since it is so essential to continue reading. Hope you have success, and keep reading. During her speech in the grand final of the 500 words writing competition for youngsters, Queen Camilla mentioned that her love of reading was influenced by her father, Bruce Shand. In an interview with Ramesh Ranganathan, a comedian and presenter, she stated, "He had the largest collection of books you have ever seen on nearly everything. When we were teenagers, he would spend the nights sitting at the foot of our beds and reading us stories. He would read us any and all kinds of things you could possibly imagine. It was at that time that I first became interested in reading." In an earlier statement, she referred to him as a great storyteller who read to us each night and transported us into new worlds. A number of members of the royal family have shown their enthusiasm for reading to youngsters, and the Queen is not the only one of them. The Duchess of Cambridge decided to read the children's classic, The Owl Who Was Afraid of the Dark, for the CBeebies Bedtime Stories program in the year 2022. Her description of the book written by Jill Tomlinson was that it was an encouraging narrative, and she added that it was one of her favorites when she was younger. Following her time spent at Balmoral during the summer, Queen Camilla is scheduled to make a big return to public engagements by paying a visit to a Royal Air Force facility in North Yorkshire later this week.